Three, two, one, in action. What is up, Travels with Buddy Nation on the Travels with Buddy Station. Today is Friday, July 29th. It's another warm day, and it's hard to believe that we're almost into August. We only got a couple more days, and we're going to be in August. Right, bud? And it is warm out. I took Buddy out for a walk early this morning because I noticed it's a little cooler in the morning. So if you get a chance to take those walks, if you can do it in the morning, it's usually a better time to walk. And I notice there's less bugs in the morning too. And for today's workout, I'm going to do a superset. And I'm not going to train too hard because when it's hot, I don't like to train too hard. Another thing I notice in the summertime, I tend to be a little fatter in the summertime. Is probably because I move around less, because when it's warm out, I don't know, I tend to just move less, and so it seems like I have more body fat in the summer. So in the summertime, that's the time I really should probably watch my diet a little more anyway. But anyways, for today's workout, I'm going to do a superset. I'm going to do a push-pull exercise, and then I'm going to do some abs. I'm going to do some stomach exercise. I'm going to do some leg lifts, scissor kicks, which are really good for not only for your lower abdominals, but also for your hip flexors. And I'll start with a dumbbell press. You can do a regular. You can do, if you don't have dumbbells, you can use a barbell, or you can even do push-ups if you don't have any weights at all. And then follow that by, I'm going to do some dumbbell rows. I'm going to do them on an incline, which is because it's less intense. It's a less intense exercise. It's actually easier. It's less strenuous, basically. And when it's warm out like this, I like to lift, but I do like low strenuous lifts. I don't want to train too hard when it's hot. So doing the dumbbell rows from an incline bench. Basically, I face the bench and I do dumbbell rows. It's like it makes the rows much more strict, but but you're using less muscles. It's less physical. It's less strenuous, and it's still a good exercise. It's a good exercise to superset with the press, but you don't have to do that if you don't have an incline press, or you could just use regular dumbbell rows, or pull-ups would be fine if you want to superset that with the press. And then when I'm done doing that exercise, I'm going to do the scissor kick off the floor, which is a good exercise. And again, that's good. It's good for your lower abdominals and your hip flexors, which is the front part of your thigh. And bud, you can spot me from the other room, in the living room, where it's a little bit cooler. That's where the air conditioner is, and you can chill out in a nice, cool AC. I gave him some tick dip today because, and flea and tick dip. And I rubbed that on his back and shoulders, because with this summer, it's been extra warm this summer, and I'm sure there's a lot of fleas and ticks and all that stuff out there. And so I make sure Buddy's protected when we go out. But he's indoors a lot. But when we do go out, I make sure he's got his protection for the fleas and the ticks and the mosquitoes and all that other good stuff. But I notice in the morning there's less mosquitoes and bugs out there. I think they like to come out at dusk, like as the sun's going down. That's what it seems like it is, right, bud? But without further ado, I will demonstrate those exercises. And bud, you can spot me in the other room where it's nice and cool, and you want to face the camera a little bit. And I notice when it's warm out, bud, he doesn't like to be outside too much when it's warm, and he likes to be carried more. I noticed that. So I carried him on most of the walk today because it was hot, and so he kind of just chilled out and likes to stay in one spot. And then we get to a shady spot, we hang out in the shady spot, and he sniffs around the trees and the grass and the shade. and then we move on. And I try to walk for about 3 miles. But Buddy probably walked for about half a mile today, and then I carried him the rest of the way. So he got some exercise, right, Bud? Yeah. So without further ado, I will demonstrate those exercises. And Bud, you can spot me from the other room, and then later I'll make lunch. All right, there. I'll put Buggy in the other room. I think the best time for walking Buddy is in the fall. He likes the fall. It's not too cold and it's not too hot. And I will put my phone over here. And I'll move the medicine ball over here. And I will demonstrate these exercises. I'll warm up with some light dumbbells. When it's warm, I don't like to use a whole lot of intensity when I train. I just like to train light and moderate. Alrighty. I'll probably go for about, I don't know, 15 to 25 repetitions. So count along with me. Alright, I did 20 reps. I'll put the weights down. I don't have a whole lot of room in this rack, so I'll just turn around. Ooh. And I'll do some strict dumbbell rows for the lats. And again, I'll try to go for about 15 to 25 repetitions. Count along with me. I've got 23 repetitions. I always like to shock my muscles and keep them guessing. And 20 repetitions, I said I can do a couple more. I did a couple more, felt a nice little burn in back of my shoulders, my lats, and my biceps. And now I'll do some scissor kicks for the lower abdominals and hip flexors. Really good exercise. And again, I'll try for about 15 to 25 repetitions. When I do this exercise, during the exercise, I try to keep my heels off the floor, and I try to clasp my hands underneath my hamstrings between each repetition. So count along with me. got 23 repetitions on that one too. And again, it's a great exercise for the hip flexors, front part of the upper thigh, and the lower abdominals. And I noticed, my lower abdominals are starting to get a little pudgy because I've been eating more and I'm moving around less because of the warm weather. But again, remember, if you like these videos, you like these strength training videos, make sure you subscribe to Travels with Buddy. Have an awesome day. Keep training, and also remember, keep taking those walks. All right, everybody, peace out.